Hey everybody, how's everyone doing tonight? Uh-oh, I got my head out of the shot. Hold on just a second, y'all. Let me raise you up a little bit. There we go. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. My name is Susan. I'm with Once Upon a Wreath. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to take really simple shopping bags like this, and we're going to make some really pretty signs with them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out by showing you some of the signs that we've already done. This is one of them. We've done one like this with the really pretty peacock and the red bird. But y'all, everybody knows the little red truck is uber popular. So we're going to be doing two signs actually. We're going to be doing the little red truck like this. And I'm going to show you how to, we're going to go step by step how to do this. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all, because we got to make a bow to match all of this. I make wreaths. I'm a wreath designer. And we make our own signs to go in our wreaths. So that's what we're going to show you how to do. First of all, this board and this corrugated metal is from Hobby Lobby. For all of you people that live in the United States, you know everybody knows about Hobby Lobby. All I did, y'all, is I took the board off of the corrugated metal. Okay, that's all I did. This is an 8x8 board. So I'm going to show you in various stages what I did. First of all, I put Mod Podge, and this is the Mod Podge that I use, y'all. This is regular plaid Mod Podge. Just regular Mod Podge. So that's the Mod Podge that I used. I put Mod Podge on this board. Then I put my sign down, and then I covered it with another layer of Mod Podge. I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. I just wanted to have one kind of in almost finished so that you could see it, what the finished product looks like. So once we've got the second coat of Mod Podge on this, y'all, the worst thing that can happen is that you have air bubbles. That is the worst thing that can happen to these signs or anything else that you're doing with Mod Podge. So what we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to iron this. This is the easiest way to ensure that you get no air bubbles. So I've got my iron, no steam. Now, normally, y'all, I use a travel iron. But because we were doing this tonight, I wanted to be able to use an iron that everybody has around the house. I mean, if y'all are like me, I don't iron nothing. The only thing I iron is Mod Podge. If my clothes don't say wash and wear, y'all, we don't get it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure and just iron this. Always use parchment paper. Never use wax paper. Always use parchment paper for this. Then you're just going to pull that up and you will have absolutely no air bubbles whatsoever. And that's what your sign's going to look like. Now, I'm going to let this one cool. Well, you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and put another layer of Mod Podge on this, and I'll show you how I do that before we get started on making the other sign. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Just going to put some Mod Podge on a plate. I always pour out more than I need, it seems like, because I can never get that right. But anyway, y'all, I am so glad that y'all are here and that you're watching. And please let us know where you're watching from. It's so wonderful to see people, you know, in different countries and different places watching. We are really, really excited to be here. We were absolutely thrilled when we got this opportunity. So, really thrilled with this. Okay. So we've got another layer of Mod Podge. Now we're going to let this one dry and we're going to move on to the next sign. And this sign I'll show you step by step. Okay, this is the shopping bag that I used. You get these shopping bags anywhere. You can get them at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, any store that carries like gift bags. The Dollar General bags are $1 and they're two-sided. So you get a picture on this side and a picture on the back side. So, what I did is I just got a plain piece of wood, y'all. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's just a plain piece of wood. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I use a sponge brush. You don't have, or a sponge roller. You don't have to do that. You could use a paintbrush. But you want to be sure that you're getting a good coat of Mod Podge on this, because this is what your bag is going to adhere to. Mod Podge is a glue, and I know for some people in the UK, they and in Europe, I know they use a different kind of glue, and they have to varnish and they have to sand. Mod Podge is a glue, and it's a sealer. It has sealers and varnishes in it, so I don't have to varnish it, and I don't have to seal it. I usually do, and I'll show you what I'm going to use to do that, but you certainly do not have to. It is not required to do that. It's just an extra step that I like to do. Remember, guys, Mod Podge dries clear unless you gob it on. If you gob it on, it will dry white and it will ruin your project. Mod Podge is a glue and a sealer all in one. It is a glue, but it also has varnishes and sealers in it. The one thing that I get asked, oh, y'all, I have to stand up to kind of do this so I can get judge my. The one thing that I get asked a lot of times about Mod Podge is it waterproof? No, it is not. It can be, I mean, you could hang this on you could make a sign like a door hanger to hang on your door, and it would be perfectly okay. But if it gets wet, y'all, it's like anything else. If it gets wet, it's not gonna hold up. But neither will wood. So, I mean, it's just like anything else that gets wet. You need to have this protected from the elements. So we put down the Mod Podge. Now we're putting our little picture on there. And you want to pay really special attention, really close attention to your corners. Because if you're ever going to have a problem, y'all, the corners are going to be your issue. So always be very careful with your corner pieces. And y'all, we do Late Night in the Kitchen. Once Upon a Wreath is the name of our group, our page. I am an administrator. Cindy Berg Ivy is an administrator. We do Late Night in the Kitchen. That's done on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. We do a lot of different projects, so y'all feel free. Now that you've seen us, and now that we're all friends, y'all can come and watch us on Late Night in the Kitchen. So we would love to have you join us to do that. We also have a ooh, that's hot, y'all. Woo! Hot, hot. That's what that one's going to look like. Okay? So now we have this little sign. We have this bag on here. That is what this one is going to look like. So now we're just going to kind of let this cool, because this iron is set on medium heat, but it's hot. So we're just going to kind of let this one cool a little bit before I put the next coat of Mod Podge on it. I'm just going to kind of let it run my hand over it really well, kind of let it cool a little bit, and I'm going to show y'all how to blow glitter. So we're going to do that too. I'm not going to put glitter on this one, y'all, because I'm going to make a wreath with this. I'm going to use this in a wreath, and I really don't want it to be glittered, because it's going to kind of be more of a primitive look. So I really don't want this one to be glittered. Okay, it's cool enough now. I can go ahead with the second coat. Then we're going to get back on this other one and get these signs finished up. So again, you're just going to take your Mod Podge, go over it. Be very careful that you're paying close attention to how much you're getting on your corners. Because like I said, if you ever have a problem, it's going to be on those corners with this coming up. So you want to be sure you get a really good coat of that. Then like I said, y'all, the Mod Podge will dry clear unless you gob it on. If you gob it on, it's not going to dry clear. It's going to dry white, and it will ruin your project. I mean, it can be recovered, but it's not the easiest process in the world. It's much better not to do that to begin with. You want to be sure you get all these little creases really, really well. And then we're going to let this dry, and we're going to move back over to the other one that we were working on. I'm going to show you how to blow some glitter. A lot of times in wreath designing, we want to make our own signs, because sometimes, you go to Hobby Lobby or different places like that, and the signs can be expensive, and you're going to be getting the same sign that everybody else has. So, in order for us to be a little different, we want to do different things. So we want to have, okay, now we're just going to let this dry, and then we're going to, okay, so that's what it's going to look like once that process is done. Can everybody see that? That's kind of what it's going to look like. So, let's put that one to the side, and let's get back over to the other one we were working on. And I'm going to show you once we've got this one done. Now, this one is completely done. I'm going to put what is called hard coat on this. But as far as the picture is concerned, this one is completely done. And I'm going to put this one over here and let it finish drying. And now we're going to put what is called hard coat on this. Hard coat was basically, it's another plaid product made by Mod Podge. Plaid makes Mod Podge. The parchment paper, when you lay this parchment paper down, the Mod Podge will not stick to it. Nothing will stick to this. So that's the reason you only use Mod Podge. Never use wax paper. Wax paper will stick. So what we're going to do now, y'all, is we're going to put this hard coat. Hard coat was actually made for furniture. And it keeps things, it was made to keep furniture from getting scratched. It was a sealer or a top coat made to keep furniture from being scratched. You want to go over it with your hand. Be sure you feel no bubbles. Okay, so we don't have any bubbles, so we're going to go ahead and apply this coat of hard coat. Now, y'all, I am doing this tonight from my dining room, so I am going to have a great big mess to clean up, but it's okay. We have a shop, and normally our late night in the kitchen used to be filmed actually from my kitchen, and we stopped doing that, and we started filming it from my shop, which is outside. But I don't really get the greatest internet connection out there, and I certainly did not want this to get screwed up. So, now, I want this to look frosted. I don't want this to have a heavy coat of glitter. I want this just basically to look frosted. So, I'm going to take this very fine glitter. I get this from Walmart. I'm going to put a little bit of it in my hand, about that much. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my picture up and I'm going to blow this glitter. Just like you're blowing somebody a kiss, sort of, kind of. This will make your project look iced. It won't get all the glitter in one place. And when you put this glitter on top of this hard coat, it will never come off. It is perfect. It'll seal once it dries. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to hold this really close to the camera so that I can show you what this looks like. Can everybody see the little frosting of glitter that's on there? You don't want a heavy coat. You just want a little frosting. Little frost of glitter. And that's what it's going to look like. So once you get this part done and this dries, completely dries, you're going to take this piece of corrugated metal, and I'm going to do this before we leave, y'all. You're going to take this piece of corrugated metal and you're simply going to put your picture back on it. We've got holes here. We're going to have to get our holes lined up and get those fixed. And then you're just going to use the little metal pieces that came out of it. Those are the little metal pieces that originally came out of it, and you're just going to put the metal pieces back in, and that's what you're going to have, y'all. Can everybody see that okay? That is what it will look like when we get it put back together. But y'all, these were so popular last year. We made, I don't know, I couldn't tell you how many wreaths we made with this sign. It was an extremely, extremely popular design. So we're just going to let this dry, and I'm going to show you how to make a bow to go with this. So we've got 2 of these pieces that we're just going to let sit here and dry for a minute. Let's check our Santa real quick. Let's check him out and see if maybe he's good enough that we can, yeah, we can iron him. He's good. He's good enough that we can iron him. Now this is the one, y'all, that I'm not putting any glitter on, because the wreath that he's going to go in is going to be sort of a primitive, you know, it's not going to be all glitzy and glam. He's going to be beautiful, but he's not going to be all glitzy and glam. So, but the reason, like I said, one more time, the reason I use the parchment paper is the parchment paper does not stick to the Mod Podge. So you just want to be sure you're paying really close attention to your edges, to your corners. And if you want to seal this with a polyacrylic, that's fine. You can. I just don't. I will put the hard coat on this, but that's all this is going to get. There you have it, y'all. That's your Santa Stop Here sign. Isn't that adorable, y'all? It's really cute. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more before I put the hard coat on it. Y'all have already seen me do that anyway, so you know that once this is dry, then you can put your hard coat on it, and that seals it, and you're good to go. Okay, but yes, the ironing gets rid of bubbles. It's the only way that I will do this. I don't do it without an iron. And I may put another coat of Mod Podge on that before we get done. I'm not really sure. But now we're going to move on to making the bow that will match this. And let me show you some of the bows that we make. We've made Halloween bows like this. That's one of our Halloween bows. We have made Christmas bows like this. This was one of our Christmas bows. We did a peacock bow that was really popular, like this. This one was uber popular because, you know, everybody loves peacocks at Christmas time. Go figure. And then my Santa bow, like this. So these are the kind of bows that we can make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way, y'all. I'm just setting this stuff, God knows, on my floor. My husband would have a stroke. But you know what? You do what you got to do. He's not home, so you know what? We're just going to play. He's used to this anyway, y'all. So let's get our ribbons out that we're going to use. Let's get all this stuff kind of moved away, and let's get our ribbons out that we're going to use. I picked out some really pretty ribbon that we're going to use for this. And y'all, I'm so excited. I want to show y'all the truck ribbon. It's adorable. It is just as cute as it wants to be. Let me get my bow maker and let me explain. I got some splaining to do, y'all. Okay. This is called a Probow. It is the only bow maker that I use. It is the only one that I can use. I have tried other bow makers and they just did not work for me. So this is the one that I use. When you get your Probow, it will come in a box like this. We will put up the link for this, y'all. We have an affiliate link. Comes in a box like this. It's called Probow the Hand. The woman who invented this, her name is Regina Seller. She is a very dear friend of mine. And I am just here to tell you, I can't make a bow by hand for anything in this world. When I try to make a bow by hand, they look like really bad. So that's why I use my Probow. Because I'm just not a good bow maker at all. Not by hand anyway. With this, I can make anything, but by hand, not so much. I envy people that can do that. And actually, y'all, once you've done this, this is a hand. I mean, you can, yes, you've used a bow maker, but it's still a hand-tied bow. So we're going to do this pretty quickly so I can get everybody, show everybody what we're doing. Your bow maker will come with pegs. You get all the pegs with it. So your bow maker is going to come with pegs. I have several bow makers. I have several Probows. I also have, this is called the large hand, and it is by far the most popular. I also have a deluxe, which is a really big one that I use to make tree topper bows. You can actually make a tree topper bow with this one, though, if you wanted to. This has a spool holder. Set it right here on the side. This way you keep all of your ribbon very neat. Y'all, this takes no time at all. If I was trying to do this by hand, I'd drive myself flipping crazy. So this takes no time at all to do. We've got wire. You're going to need floral wire. And you're going to need zip ties. And I'll show you why the zip ties in 1 second. Hang on just 1 second. Get my scissors. Oh no. Scissors. Okay, y'all. I knew I was going to do this because I'm as scatterbrained as they come. I cannot find my scissors. Oh, here they are. Lord have mercy, y'all. Right here in front of me. Y'all, I do lives all the time. And I don't know why I was so nervous about this one tonight. But I was. Okay. We are going to cut this ribbon off really neatly. We're going to take 2 pieces of floral wire. 2 pieces. And I'm going to show you why you're going to need 2 pieces in just a second. Y'all, I have really enjoyed this. I just want to thank Aunty Acid for having us. We are just beyond thrilled to be here and to have been asked to do this. So I'm really, really pleased. Very excited. Very excited. So you're just going to take a piece of wire. Y'all, this is easy. If you can tie your shoes, you can do this, I promise. Just take a piece of wire, wrap it around. Now, I'm going to use what is called the center finger. This is your base finger. This is your center finger. This is the top of your bow. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to bring this ribbon across this your base finger. This is going to form your very first loop. You're just going to wrap it around, wrap it around. You're going to bring this piece down. You're going to wrap it around this nail. And you're going, and I'm going to show you what the board looks like, how it's going to look once you start making your bow. Just going to put your thumb right here, hold that piece. In bow making, y'all, it's all about the pinch and the twist. That's what it's all about, the pinch and the twist. So we're going to make a pinch and a twist. Bring it around. I'm going to go around this one maybe twice. Yeah, we'll do 2 times. What the hey. We'll play. Y'all, we also have Once Upon a Wreath Inside the Cottage, which is a paid tutorial group. We also have Once Upon a Wreath group page, which is free. And it's just a place that you can go and showcase all of your wreaths and crafts that you do. I'm using this center finger, this wire. I'm going to put this right in the center. I'm going to bring it through. This wire just it's going to kind of help me hold all of my other wires together. That's all it does. And now I'm going to show you what this board looks like at this point. You want to leave a little piece of wire up so you can have that to grab onto. Now, this is what your board will look like at this point. Once you've got your first loop made, that's what your board will look like. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to take this piece of ribbon that I just put on here, and I'm going to cut this short. because I don't want tails coming. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it long, y'all. Hold on. No, I'm not. I've made a change of plans. Change of plans. Change of plans. You're going to dovetail your ribbon. And you're just going to put that ribbon out of your way right there. Now, I want this ribbon. This is the ribbon that I want everybody to be able to see. See, it's got the little truck, and it's going to match our truck sign. Okay? So, we're just going to put this in. Now remember, this is the top of your bow. Right here. Okay? So we're going to measure this out. And this board has measurements on it, y'all. Everybody see that? You've got measurements on this board. Okay? This board, the reason it's called the hand is because it looks like fingers. This takes the place of you having to hold any ribbon. You're not going to have your ribbon falling all over the floor. You're not having to hold ribbon in your hand. Just makes it really, really simple to do. So we're going to measure this out to row D. We've got one wire up, one wire down. We're just going to put this wire here. Then we're going to bring this around. Now, y'all, this ribbon, there is several people in our wreathing community that sell ribbon. But this ribbon came from Lynn Keys Designs. She is on Facebook. This was one of the most popular ribbons we had last year. It was an extremely popular ribbon. You can put this one up out of your way. You're just going to bring this one back around. We're going to go around this one twice too, I think, y'all. Because I really want this ribbon to be predominant. This is the ribbon that I want everybody to see. So we're going to go around this one twice. So like I said, I really just want this to be my predominant ribbon. You can get a lot of ribbon on this, on your Probow. I mean, you can really... There we go. This will hold a lot of ribbon. You can make great big tree topper bows. You can make all kinds of bows with this. Okay, we're going to come back out. We're going to measure to row D. Y'all, if y'all would love to see some more of the bow videos, you can visit Once Upon a Wreath on our Facebook page. I've got a lot of tutorials on bows and how I make them. The next one we're going to use, y'all, is this one. Okay, this is the next one we're gonna use. So, all of your ribbon will come most of the time creased like this. It's folded. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, I always cut that piece off because I don't want that fold there. It just doesn't look attractive at all. Now with this one, I think I'm going to come down to about row E. Make a pinch it. We're just going to make a really cute a really nice little pinch right here, y'all. And yes, I'm from the South, and we do say y'all all the time. We are home based in South Carolina. We just went through Hurricane Florence. Everybody made it through safe and sound, or at least in my area. Y'all please pray for the people in North Carolina and areas that really did get a lot of damage. There was a lot of damage here, a lot of water damage. But we made it through okay. Just lots and lots of rain, y'all, lots and lots of rain. Now this is not going to be a huge, gigantic bow. Like some of our other bows are. I'm putting this in a wreath with that truck sign. So I didn't really want a tremendous bow. That's the beauty part about using your Probow. You can make these bows as big or as small as you want. That is entirely up to you. You can add tails to these bows while you're making it. you can add tails to these bows after you make it. And I normally do mine afterwards because I never know how long I want my tails until kind of after I'm finished. All right, now I'm going to lift up the board and I'm going to show you because we're done. All we got to do now is take it off the board. So I'm going to lift the board up and I'm going to show you what this looks like. That is what your board will look like once you're done. Okay? Can everybody see? Now, at this point, we're going to put these two wires that we just used kind of out of the way. We don't need these for anything right now, so we're just going to put these out of the way. Now, I'm simply going to take the wire that I wrapped around my center finger. Can you do an overhead shot? Probably not here, but if you will visit Once Upon a Wreath on Facebook, I have some there. So all we're going to do is tighten this up really tight. Now, the woman that invented this board, her name is Regina Sellers. She laughs at me all the time, y'all, because I never feel like I get ties. Just makes it really easy. So I'm just going to use zip ties. Okay? So all I'm going to do is when I get it pulled up to about right there, to that position, that's when I put my zip tie in. And I think I'm going to use this red one, y'all, because it kind of matches the color of my ribbon. I'm going to put the zip tie in exactly where those wires are. And I'm going to zip tie my bow. And that way I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that my bow will never come apart. And that's what your bow will look like once you're done. See that? So, you're just going to take the zip tie off. Throw that to the side, put your bow there, take all your pegs out. And then I'll show you a close-up of the board. I keep my pegs in a separate bag, away from everything else, because I mean this is my prized possession, y'all. This was one of the single best investments I ever made for my business. But this is what the board looks like close up. Can everybody see? That's a close-up shot. Okay, so we are done with that. We are done with the board. We are done with the bow. Other than now, we're going to fluff the bow. And I use a fluff box. And let me explain. This has been, if you use a fluff box to fluff your bows, I promise, your bows will be so much better. They will look a lot better. They will, you can put your bow on a fluff box like this. Your bow will go nowhere while you're fluffing it. And y'all, that's the single biggest problem sometimes I think in bow making that we have. It's not the bow, it's how we fluff the bow. All right, I have to stand up to do this, y'all. I'm going to pull this tail to this side. I always start with the back of my bow. Get your hands in your ribbon like this. Pull it. Get your hand in it, pull it. We're going to put this tail over here. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail this one because I didn't do that a minute ago, y'all. I forgot. Then I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to pull this tail to this side. I'm going to pull this tail to the opposite side. We're just opposing sides. I'm going to take these two, pull them to the side like this. I'm going to take my two pieces of truck ribbon. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to leave this one in the center. I'm going to pull this one. And I'm going to pull that one. You can keep kind of frou-frouing it up. But you always want to keep your The nice thing about the Probow, y'all, is your loops are always even. You will never have a bow or ribbon that is uneven. And that's what you're going to have. Everybody see that? How perfect, just perfect bow. Perfect bow every time. I have never been able to make a bad bow with my Probow. It just doesn't happen. So you make a perfect bow every single time. So that's our bow. Now we're going to go back and I'm going to show you how pretty that bow is going to go with this sign. And then we're going to put the sign together. And we're done, y'all. Then we'll be out. But see how pretty this bow is going to go with this sign. For us wreath designers, I saw somebody say you skipped a holiday. Honey, we're done with Christmas. We're done with Halloween and Thanksgiving, fall. We've already moved on to Christmas. Those wreaths are already done. And most of them are anyway. Okay. So now we've got these holes in this corrugated metal. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wire. This is what came with it. I just took it out. I'm just going to poke a hole through it. It's like that. I'll put the wire back in. I'm going to go underneath this one. I'm going to poke a hole. I'm going to put the wire back in this one. And like I said, y'all, these boards came from Hobby Lobby. We're going to do another one. We're just going to take... But I hope to see some of you, our new friends, will visit our Once Upon a Wreath page and watch our Late Night in the Kitchen. We would absolutely love to have you. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is just run these wires back through these holes on this metal. And then my sign is ready to either be hung. You can hang this on a wall. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be hanging this in a wreath. But you can hang it on a wall, too, if you wanted to. Well, y'all, my wire is not wanting to cooperate. It is just not wanting to cooperate with me at all. I'm going to go ahead and secure this one down as soon as I get it in. And this one too. I'm going to secure each side down and then I'll... But these are ready to be put into your wreath, or like I said, hang it on a wall, however you want to do it. That one, I think I cut too short, y'all. And that's okay if you cut it too short, just get another piece of wire. It's just wire. Oh, that aggravates me. There we go. Now we got it in there. So we got that one. And then we'll... And this is what your sign's going to look like once it's all back on the metal. See there? Can everybody see how pretty that is? But anyway, y'all, we would love, love, love to have you join us on Once Upon a Wreath, Late Night in the Kitchen. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. Again, y'all, my name is Susan. I have so enjoyed this. Just have had such a great time. We really appreciate being asked to do this, and we are going to be hopefully back on again. We would love to be invited back again. So I'm hoping that we can make that work. But y'all, I hope everybody has a great evening. And y'all, if you try some of these techniques, please send us pictures. We would love to see pictures. This is the other little sign we made tonight. So we would love to send pictures, or have you send us pictures of what you've done. Just y'all remember, always paint the back of your wood. I didn't do that with this one. I'm going to go back and paint this. But always paint the back of your wood so you have a finished look. But anyway, we've really, really enjoyed it, y'all. We've had a wonderful time. I hope y'all have too. And like I said, if you're interested, you can join us at Once Upon a Wreath, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. Don't forget, we also have a paid tutorial. We have a paid tutorial group. There's the bow. Somebody said they wanted to see the bow again, so that's the bow. That Santa sign is adorable, and that was actually, let me see if I still have that shopping bag. Yeah. That was a shopping bag from the Dollar Tree. It was just a shopping bag from the Dollar Tree. So, and you get two of them. So, I mean, you've got two signs for under $1 or for $1. Out, you know, of course, you got to buy your wood, and you don't have to buy wood. Just put, like on scrap wood, just, you know, wood that you have left. Wood that you just may have, like I said, it doesn't have to be store-bought wood. Just as long as you can get it, you know, about the same size. I'm going to be putting the bow on a wreath that I'm going to be making. We are getting ready to start the Red Truck series. It's going to be in our paid tutorial group. That starts in October. And so that's what this bow is going to be used for. So anyway, y'all, I have really enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. And please, you know, if you can, check out our page, like our page, share our page, share this video. And we have really had a wonderful night. Again, my name is Susan. I'm from Once Upon a Wreath. Everybody have a great night. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be attaching the bow to this sign. This sign's going in a wreath. So this isn't a door hanger. This isn't big enough for a door hanger. So this is going to go in a wreath, and so is this other one. Do I sell them? I can. I typically just sell wreaths. I don't normally sell the embellishments that go in the wreaths, but I certainly can. Just message me. You can message Once Upon a Wreath, and we can talk about it from that point. But I mean, I do sell, like I said, I don't normally sell the embellishments, but we have sold these signs. These were uber, uber popular. So last year we did sell some. We sold quite a few, actually. But anyway, y'all, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Let me answer a couple of questions while I see them. This is wood. This is not cardboard. This is wood, and it's corrugated metal. Yes, this is not a door hanger. This is actually going to go in a wreath. And also this one is going to go in a wreath. This one will go into a flocked greenery wreath. And like I said, if you ever want to just visit our page, we have pictures of some of our wreaths and things that we've done. The truck ribbon came from Lynn Keys at Lynn Keys Design. She has a Facebook page and a website. Anyway, y'all, I enjoyed it. I better get off of here before Aunty Acid kicks me off. So I enjoyed it, y'all. Have a great evening, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks, guys.